Hey guys, Sims Family YouTube. It is Britt and I am back and I am trying to put forth as much energy as I can in this video so that way it's not like, ugh, boring, ready to put you to sleep. But I'm in the hospital and this morning I delivered our fourth child. Oh my gosh, it's so crazy to even say or think that I actually have four kids. Like, it's so crazy. I can't even imagine. So basically, this morning was very hectic. Like, it was super hectic. Okay, so to start off, um, I was up all night. I couldn't sleep. Mind you, today's Saturday. So we had the market in the morning. We had to get up at like 6. Well, we were going to get up at 6 in the morning to go to the market and set up and, just make sure we're there early to catch the early bird sales. Well, this little one had different plans for us, okay? Um, instead, it's like piece of tape residue. I hate that whenever there's tape residue from the bandages and stuff. So annoying, so tacky looking. But anyway, so what was I saying? 12 o'clock. I really wasn't able to go to sleep. I stayed up till like what, 2, I want to say till around 1 or 2 o'clock watching YouTube videos. And I felt like this, it felt like I had peed myself, like tinkled myself just a little bit. And I'm like, I know for a fact that I did not just sit here and pee myself like in this bed. So I got up, went to the bathroom, and I wiped, and it was just spotting, like light pink spotting. So I'm like, okay, I've had this before. It's nothing to worry about. I've had it around this time frame. So, I'm thinking, okay, it's fine. I'm just gonna lay back down. So I go lay back down. It's not fine. Okay, it's not fine at all. I go lay back down, and in like the next 20 minutes, I have, let me tell you, the worst pain, okay? It almost felt as bad as contractions. It was damn near close, okay? So I started having this really bad pain. And I'm just like, okay, maybe it's from me like overexerting myself. That day he had to go do something, so I ended up having the kids that day. And of course, I have the two little ones. They love to run around and be into stuff. So all day I was running behind them, bathing them, at just everything, of course. And so I thought it was from that. I thought it was from me, moving around too much, working too hard or something or whatever. So I lay back down and tried to lay back down through the pain, but I couldn't. Sorry, I had a message. Probably about like 5 to 10 minutes later is whenever I started feeling like a little bit more than me peeing on myself coming out, than what I thought was like a little tinkle. I started feeling like kind of like a rush go down my leg of like wet stuff. So I'm like, what the heck is going on? So I go to the bathroom, check out again. I use a wipe. Whenever I wipe, I was so scared. So scared. There was blood. And this time it wasn't pink, it was bright red. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I gotta wake him up and let him know. So I woke him up and I was like, babe, I'm bleeding. Like, I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna try and Google it and see, but I'm bleeding. And he was like, how much is it? Like, he was all tired still. So he's like, how much is it? In his little sleepy voice. And I'm like, it's a lot. Um, and as I'm telling him this, even more is gushing down my leg. So at this point, it's like coming out in like little TMI, but it come out in like little spurts. Like, it was enough. It was getting to the point where by the time the ambulance came, because we had to call the ambulance because of course we have 3 kids. I'm not waking them up at 4 in the morning to get dressed and go to the hospital. So we called the ambulance and they came for me. By the time the ambulance came, it was getting a little bit more intense. They loaded me on the stretcher and loaded me into the ambulance car. By the time I got into the ambulance car, the I know you guys know what they look like, those hospital pads that you lay on the bed for, in case somebody's bleeding or whatever the heck. So by the time I got into the ambulance, I was soaking a whole pad. Put it like this, my whole pants, my sweats were soaked with blood at that point. And I just told him, I was like, oh my gosh, like I was freaking out in the ambulance. I started freaking out whenever I was upstairs with him, telling him that, I was bleeding and stuff. But I started freaking out in the ambulance. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I could feel all of this blood on me. Like I could feel that I'm just like sitting in blood. Luckily, the hospital was only like 10 minutes away, no more than 10 minutes away. So they called labor and delivery before we even got there, let them know who I am, what's going on. We get inside, boom, they take me to labor and delivery. They already have a room ready for me. There's already doctors coming in. I had like 4 or 5 doctors in there. One is doing an ultrasound on me. The other one's checking, doing like the little heart monitor for the baby. The other one's getting my blood pressure. Then I have somebody else trying to undress me. So it was just so much chaos. And the worst part is, whenever I was in the ambulance, they put the IV. So my shirt wasn't coming off. So I had to get cut out of my shirt for surgery. And whenever they were doing the vitals and stuff on me, they noticed that the baby's heart rate was dropping very dramatically. Um, it was at like 100 and something. And then while we were sitting there, while they were like checking and trying to get everything ready, it went down to 90. And the doctor was like, no, let's go. We gotta go. We gotta start heading up out of here. Let's go. Um, so they ended up wheeling me upstairs, and it was so freaking like scary because I'm scared anytime I have to get a C-section because I really do not like the part where you have to get put to sleep. Like that to me is like a really big fear. Um, my last C-section with my daughter, the last child that I just had, I was awake during it. So the fact that I had to get put to sleep this time was so discouraging. But I already understood the fact that, I'm coming in as an emergency C-section. So I can't really expect much. Like they have to get this baby out now. And so take me to the back, and it freaked me out because all the doctors were already ready, prepping face masks, gloves. They have like this jar of like antibacterial stuff that they pour on you during the C-section. Or if they have time, they will like sponge it on you, but they didn't have time. They just filled up a cup and just poured it on my stomach and was like, let's get ready. And I was freaking the hell out because the anesthesiologist, he was there, but he didn't put me to sleep yet. Like he wanted to ask me my medical questions and stuff like that. And I'm just like, oh my gosh. All I hear, because they started raising the sheet from whenever you get the C-section, they raise the sheet so you can't see anything. So they put this blue sheet over me, and all I hear is like a whole bunch of utensils clanking and stuff like that, the stuff that they're going to use to open me up. So I start freaking the hell out. I'm like, oh my gosh, please do not open me up yet. He hasn't put me to sleep. Do not open me up. Please, please, please. Like, because well, I watch like the most random stuff on YouTube sometimes. And I watch all these documentaries about people organs being sold and just crazy stuff, like such crazy stuff, like people dying whenever they're put to sleep and stuff like that. So that really had got to me. So I'm like, please, please don't start cutting me. And the lady, she smiled and she's like, no, they're not gonna do anything. Don't worry. We know that you're not asleep. So they immediately get the gas mask, put it over me, and then like breathe in and breathe out. And at this point, I'm just like, this is so crazy. The fact of me just breathing into this mask and whatever he put in there is gonna knock me out and put me to sleep. Like that's it's so crazy to me to even imagine. Like, and then my other fear was that I was gonna get the C-section and I was either gonna die or I was gonna wake up and my organs are gonna get sold on the black market. I know. I have crazy thoughts, but it's all the YouTube documentaries. You guys don't understand. But gosh, how long? I don't want to talk you guys head off. But so what happened? Okay, so I get the sleep gas or whatever, and I don't even remember. I don't even remember anything past that. Like I was out quick. I remember seeing his face. She telling me to breathe, and boom. Next thing you know, I wake up in a whole another room. Um, I wasn't expecting the baby to be there because I did deliver early. I am what, 29 weeks, but she is measuring 32, so that's the good part. At least she's measuring a little bit more, you know. Um, but I wasn't expecting to have her at my bedside, which really, really, really sucks whenever you're pregnant and you go into delivery. You want to have your baby at your bedside whenever you come out. And I think that's the hardest part about just this whole situation right now is the fact of I don't have her here to hold and hug and stuff like that. She had to go down to the NICU since she was born early. Her lungs and stuff have to develop. They've been taking really good care of her. She was 3 pounds 9 ounces, born at 5:40 this morning. Whenever I tell you guys, they put me in there quick. They put me in there so quick. Like they were reading off the times as to when everything was done, and so they were like, "Oh wow, you got here at like 5:20, and then at 5:45 you delivered." Yeah, 5:20, and then at 5:45 you delivered her, and yeah. So I'm like, "Oh my gosh, that's so fast! Like you guys wasted no time." Unfortunately, I was looking to have my tubes tied, but since it was such a emergency situation, they weren't able to do it. So, no tubes tied. Instead, I will be on birth control, which I'm really looking towards the patch. I really hope they offer that. I'm scared of the other things that you got to put inside and all that. I really don't deal with those. And I really prefer not to be on the pill because that is what brought this little one, my forgetful ass, in the birth control pill, okay? Um, but yeah, I'm so glad she's here. It was just a freak out moment because I really wasn't expecting all of this to happen today. Like, I had only planned as far as I'm going to the market. Like, but luckily I always have my baby bag ready. So all I had to do was tell him like, get the bag. I'm ready to go. Um, I am tired, you guys. You guys don't understand. I probably look it, so I know I look tired. I am so tired. If only men went through this, okay? Or at least if they could take half of the load, like you guys carry the baby, I'll have the baby. Or I'll carry the baby, you have the baby. One of those, pick one, you know? But I'm just glad she's here, honestly, because oh yeah, okay, so what started the bleeding? They're not sure. They just said that I had they're not sure. No, they said the bleeding was because of a placental abruption, which is basically whenever I forget what they said. I think it's whenever the uterus separates from the no, the uterus. Whenever the placenta separates from like the uterus or the wall or something like that. I forget. I was really groggy whenever she was explaining it to me. But gosh, yeah. So it was caused by placental abruption. They're not sure what caused the placental abruption, but that's just what brought this little one here. And if you guys know anything about that, placental abruptions are not a joke. They're very serious, and that's why they had to hurry up and deliver her because it can cause some serious complications to the baby and to me. If I didn't get here in time, she would have, yeah. let's just say she would have been in a lot of distress, and I'm not sure if she would have made it. So I'm so glad that we got here. Unfortunately, Ralph is at the market. I wish I was there with him. Like, we do everything together. So it's like I'm missing my partner. Like, I wish he was here. I wish I was there with him. I enjoy the markets to the fullest. I enjoy doing the markets with him to the fullest. So it kind of sucks because, like, now I gotta take like a extended vacation away from the markets. They're talking about releasing me on Tuesday, but of course, she's not going to come here. Like I said, I mean, she's not going to come here. She's not going to be going with me. She has a CPAP over her nose because whenever she was delivered, she wasn't breathing as well. And the nurses and doctors noticed that, so they put the CPAP machine over her. They said as it gets better, she'll upgrade to the nasal canal. And she also has a IV and feeding tube because she's so small and she's underdeveloped. So they're going to give her little droplets of breast milk inside of her, whatever, so that way she can start kind of getting a taste for breast milk and start eating them and stuff. Unfortunately, my milk has not came in yet. I mean, it's starting a little bit. Like I had like a drop or two, but it wasn't anything for me to offer her. And I can't breastfeed her, so everything has to be pumped and put in a bottle and then given to her. So instead of breastfeeding, they offered to have give her donor breast milk, which is breast milk that has been screened and everything through the hospital. And I went ahead and opted for that because I really want her to be home. Okay, I really want her home. And I know with my last daughter, she was in the same situation. She was like 3 or 4 pounds, 3 pounds or so. And we had to wait for her to gain weight. The only thing is, my daughter didn't have the CPAP machine and all this other stuff going on. But we had to wait for her to gain weight. And whenever she started taking breast milk, she skyrocketed. Okay, like couldn't nobody tell her nothing. They were like, she is eating double. They were calling me up like, hey, we need you to bring more milk, because at the time they were like, well, if she doesn't have breast milk, we'll substitute and give her the Similac. But I was really against it. So I was up here like the Chick-fil-A cow. Anytime they called me, I let the nurse know like, hey, please call me and let me know if she's running low on breast milk, because I will be there to drop more off to her. Everybody in there knew me. Okay, they already knew what I was coming for. And if I wasn't dropping it off, I would tell him like, listen, once you get off of work, I had like a whole bag of breast milk ready, and I'd be like, drop this off to her. And yeah, so I made sure her little butt wasn't drinking nothing but breast milk, and I'm gonna do the same for this one. Unfortunately, I just don't have the energy right now to pump, and unfortunately, I'm not producing enough milk right now, so I have to wait a little bit. And yeah, that is where we are at now. Oh, and you guys, see my stomach has went down significantly. I put on some pants because I'm more comfortable in my at-home apparel. These are my lovely hospital panties. And this is what my stomach looks like. And as you know, every couple hours or so, they come and press on it, which is so painful. Oh my gosh, it's so painful. But they come and press on my stomach to make sure that everything is nice and hard, as they say it's supposed to be. I think my uterus, or yeah, my uterus is supposed to be hard or something like that. But yeah, this is the stomach. She's out of here. It feels so weird. Like I've been sitting here, like at times, rubbing my stomach, thinking that I still have a baby in there. Oh my gosh, thinking that I still have the baby in there, and I don't. So it feels so weird, so weird. And then this is where the incision is. You can't see anything because it's all bandaged up. But this right here is where my incision is. This big old bandage. And usually they take it off before I leave the hospital. So they're saying Tuesday, so probably either Monday or Tuesday I'll have it off. I got dissolvable stitches. Last time I had staples, which sucked ass. Um, and what else? Gosh. It's just been a crazy morning for me. I am so exhausted. I'm so exhausted because I haven't slept at all since like last night, since yesterday. I basically almost pulled the whole 24 hours. I went down to the NICU. I got to see the baby. They also have it to where you could watch your baby on camera. So I have to get the password and username and stuff for that. But on these little TV sets in here, I have one there, and I have another bed over here. There's a TV over there and stuff, and this is the nursing station right here in the middle. So once or if Ralph and the kids decide to come, they'll be able to sit over there and watch TV and crap like that. And we can watch the baby on the monitor. That's the thing that I love about here, is that they have it to where you could just monitor your baby, and at any time you could call down there and let them know, like, hey, such and such is going on. I see the baby. I can't see my camera. Can you fix my camera? Stuff like that. Um, Other than that, I'm so glad she's here. I miss my other three. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna cry. I'm thinking about them now. I mean, I've been thinking about them all day, but just the fact of I'm here by myself, it sucks, but me and the little one have to get better. I just miss, I just miss my three. I wish they were here. And right now he's packing up at the market because Sunday, it's supposed to rain all day Sunday. So we gotta get our stuff packed up, and he's gonna take it back to the storage. I wish I was there to help. I'm so glad though that I don't have the pregnancy belly, so now we can really get things done. But it's definitely gonna be a challenge because now we have four kids, and one of them is a newborn. We have an 18-month-old, we have a 3-year-old, and then my son is 7. So I'm not too worried about him because he's kind of, he does his own thing. But oh my gosh, I miss him so much. I miss my son. I miss both my daughters. It hurts to cry. Definitely hurts my stomach to cry, but I miss them so much. I love them so much. I wish he could have came at me, but I'm strong and we are gonna all get through this. It's not even anything to get through, really. It's just gonna suck. It's really gonna suck. The thing that's gonna get me, which really sucked last time, when my 18-month-old, I had to leave her here at the hospital for at least a month for her to get better. And we were basically just waiting for her to gain weight and stuff. So that's what I'm gonna have to do this time again, is leave her. And it just sucks because I want all my kids to be together right now. I just hate leaving my baby. I hate leaving her, but I know that the nurses are going to take really good care of her. And I'll be able to see her on the monitor whenever I'm not, here. It just makes it so much harder because now I gotta commute from home to the hospital. But luckily, the hospital isn't far away. But it's just like, I want to be with her every moment of the day, like how I am with the others. And it just sucks that I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm gonna end this video. Comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know if you guys have been through the same thing where you might have had to leave your little one in the NICU and go home. It feels so awkward. It feels like a piece of me is being left. Like, I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Um, but yeah, I'm probably gonna go back down to the NICU and see her before I decide to officially get some rest. I haven't even rested at all. Like, I've been trying to, but nurses have been coming in, getting IVs, pushing on my stomach, like everything. So tomorrow should be a lot more calmer and a lot more better. Hopefully, a lot better. Um, but yeah, I'm just glad the fact that I didn't have to get a blood transfusion. Every pregnancy, I have to get a blood transfusion, and it sucks because I have to get the magnesium and stuff like that, and then I have to wait for it to wear off in order to go see the baby. So that's the one thing that I'm really thankful for, is that I didn't have to get any of that. And right after, I was able to go see her. Like, I waited probably like an hour or two, whatever. They made sure that my blood pressure wasn't high, and then afterwards, I was able to go see her. I'm able to move around. I'm able to walk. It's painful. They took out my catheter so I can go and pee by myself, which is also painful. It's still painful to pee because I just had the catheter removed, so it's like I can still, it still feels awkward, like it's there or something. I don't know. Um, yeah, and I am terribly terrified of needles, so I hate having this in my arm, this IV. Ugh, I hate it. What is today? Today is Saturday, the 26th, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 17th. So I'll be getting out just in time for Halloween. I already got the kids' costumes ready. But oh my gosh, I'm so tired. I hate being on bed rest. I want to be up and moving, even though I can't even do too much, but I'd rather be up and moving. That's just me. I love to be doing stuff. I hate sitting. I absolutely hate sitting. I feel like I'm so useless and it's so boring. I have TV. I haven't even watched the TV. I could easily put the TV on the monitor, or they also have internet. I haven't even did any of that. Just been on my phone, just thinking. Um, but yeah, I don't want to make this video too long. I already know it's probably pushing a very long time. Comment, like, and subscribe, you guys. I'm very tired. I just had my pain medicine. I'm given 2 Percocets every now and then. I think it's as needed, or every 2, 3 hours or something. I don't know. I don't know. I just call them whenever I'm in pain, and they come and give me that and Tylenol. And the nurses here have been really, really nice. Um, but yeah, comment, like, and subscribe. Our 4th one is finally here. I'm so excited and happy and tired. And yeah, you guys, I'm gonna end this video. Thank you guys so much for the support. Let me know down below if you have had to leave your baby at the NICU. Like, how does that affect you? Like, how do you get through your day? Like, I want to keep myself busy so I don't think about it, but it's like I'm always going to be sitting here thinking about her being here. So yeah, I'll see you guys later, next video.